All right. Welcome everybody to the Vibrant You Health Show, episode 8 with my special guest, Nicole Haggerty. Thank you so much for being with me tonight, Nicole.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
And Nicole, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So my name's Nicole Haggerty, and I am a mom and a member of this wonderful community. And I'm a healthy lifestyle coach. I was sick for a long time, my whole adult life, in my teens and 20s. Lots of digestive disorders. I have something called interstitial cystitis. And it was because of my poor processed lifestyle. And I started changing my lifestyle little by little. First, I started cooking at home, and then I stopped eating fast food. I quit smoking cigarettes, and I started to get better. And I was like, oh my God, I just want to share this with the world. And the funny thing is I had a coworker at the time, and she was like, Food Babe's already doing that, right? And so I started following Food Babe and went even deeper down the rabbit hole of what's in our food and why it's important to eat organic and non-GMO and take care of yourself. And I was like, I just want to share this with everyone and help everyone feel as good as I do. And I want everyone to know that they can feel good and be healthy too. So that's who I am and what I do. And I also have my own little superfood store, and I promote organic and non-GMO superfoods. And I am on a mission with this company to end human suffering. That is literally our mission and our goal. And we have a lot of awesome cleanses and things for gut health. So if you want, you can check it out. Go to NicoleHaggerty.com.
Awesome. Yeah, and Nicole, those products, Purium products, we have a few of those in the store that you've brought to us and recommended to us over the last year, and they're really high quality products. Like, I was super impressed with the ingredients and the quality of the ingredients. So they're very good. The Be Energetic one, that's super awesome for like a pre-workout. And then the greens is really great product. And then there's one more I was thinking about that's was it like the
barley greens?
Yeah.
Because it's like celery juice, but it's much better and more sustainable, and you don't have to clean the juicer. So
yeah, that's super, and love those products. And Nicole, I think I relate a lot to your story because I have a very similar story. And what's funny is when I started working here at Nature's Pantry, I was actually like probably a year or two sober. I have 11 years now, but when I started, thanks. When I started here, I was still chewing. And so I would remember having like little projects that I had to do, like putting tags out and stuff. And I remember chewing like and having like my spitter cup somewhere in there and it's just like, and then I remember, because I quit drinking beer, I was like drinking Coca-Cola because I like Coca-Cola. And then I learned how bad the sugar was. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to drink something else besides that. And then I learned like I had really bad heartburn from all the chew and all the bad food, and I learned about digestive enzymes and was able to get off my acid reducer. I learned like you need stomach acid to digest your food. And so then I got on digestive enzymes, started eating better, got rid of my heartburn. And then it just kind of, like you said, it was just little by little habits, small habits lead to big change over time. And we just did one thing after the other. And then, so anyway, Nicole, I really want to hear tonight about the 7-day reset that you've built. We've actually implemented this in our last health challenge, the Vibrant You Health Challenge, which you've helped us with every single one of these. This is our 5th one that we've done together. And so much appreciate your support with these. These are so great. And so last challenge, we implemented your 7-day reset into the 4th week of the challenge. And Misty and I both did it. And we really noticed a big difference and a big, just felt great. Misty noticed some big results. So we'll get into that and you can talk more about that stuff. Just tell me a little bit about the 7-day reset and how you came up with it.
So the 7-day reset was designed for people like me who love to detox and cleanse, but they still like to eat food too. So I've done extreme cleanses before. I've done the lemonade cleanse and a bunch of other stuff. And this one is nice because it's a very gentle way to cleanse your body. So if you're new to cleansing, this is definitely for you because you're eating just plant-based foods, no dairy or meats or processed foods at all. You're literally just eating fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, and you do get a little bit of beans in there and oatmeal for breakfast. And you eat the same things for 7 days. And last time it was only one recipe per breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I've added a second option because a lot of people who did it were like, gosh, I loved it, but I just wish I had a second option to choose from. So lucky this time I've added that second option for
Awesome.
everyone. But the idea is you are just eating this plant-based diet for 7 days and you're taking a probiotic and maybe like if you've had digestive problems like you and I have, Blake, then aloe vera juice or marshmallow root tea or something to help with digestion, because while you're cleansing the first couple of days, if you've had a lot of digestive issues, those probiotics and digestive enzymes and aloe vera are going to be your best friend while you're getting rid of the heartburn and the acid reflux.
Yes.
So you're literally cleaning your body out. All the foods in the reset were designed to help you detox and help your body naturally detox. And you are getting a lot of nutrients because all the ingredients I've picked have your omegas, you have plant protein, you have good slow burning carbohydrates, you've got good sugar from the fruit, to sustain you and give you energy. Mm-hmm. So, and then the really cool thing is you get to drink green drinks. And if you're new to green drinks, it can be a whole new experience for you. So in this one, I've added a hydration drink, which is parsley water. And parsley water is.
Thank you for adding the parsley water.
Yes.
I wasn't a huge fan of the detox bomb. Misty has no problem with the detox bomb, and you'll get into that. And I was like, man, I just can't do it. The apple cider vinegar is just not too much for me. So I'm glad you've added that one. And then the other thing is the green drinks. Doing both of those things, the green drink and the detox bomb, for her was like revolutionary. Like she really felt great.
Yes, I'm so glad to hear that because they definitely work simultaneously with each other. So
I was going to mention, sorry, before you get into the details, I want to mention that if people want to follow along with this reset, if you're in the Hell Challenge right now, I actually sent out a text with a link. But if you want to just go to naturespantry.life, there's a page that has the recipe or the whole plan on it right there. So you can go there and get that and follow along. And that, it's on our naturespantry.life, and it's the Vibrant You Health Show tab. And it's just the top one there, episode 8 with Nicole Haggerty. And you just click on that page and it'll be right there with this show and the recipe and all the recipes that she has in the whole program. Okay, so sorry, awesome. Get back into the.
Nope, it's all good. So the detox bomb and the green drinks work together because you're drinking them in the morning on an empty stomach. So they're going to work their magic in your body faster and get rid of more toxins. And the thing about getting rid of toxins is you have to think about, we're constantly exposed to toxins. We're constantly putting toxins in our bodies. And it is a good idea to detox because of that reason. A lot of people have, wanted to make the point, well, our body naturally does that. Well, actually, our body should naturally do that. But because they're so clogged up these days with environmental toxins, food toxins, water pollutants, everything that we're exposed to, we literally have to help them out. Yeah. So it's like, changing the oil in your car, if you will. And when you're green inside, you're clean inside. Dr. Bernard Jensen said that, and I just love it because it's absolutely true. We shower on the outside. we got to shower on the inside, guys. And a gentle cleanse like this is the perfect way to introduce yourself into a detox and a cleanse and, you know, feel better, maybe even lose some weight. In my groups, most people lose about a pound a day while they do it, but it's not for weight loss. It's specifically for just to get you feeling better and healthier and having more energy.
Right. I think that's a really good point. I think sometimes we have the wrong goals, like to lose weight or look good or feel better about ourselves. But a lot of times those aren't sustainable because they're not a good enough motivation or a why. And if our goal is to be healthy, right? And if our motivation is because we want to live like the life to the full and be there for our families and be there for our friends and live up to our fullest potential possible, then that's a more motivating goal, and that's a more sustainable thing. And when we strive for health and put all the pieces together that lead to health, a holistic approach, right? The nutrition, the hydration, the supplementation, the sleep, the exercise, the stress reduction, the mental, spiritual health, when you start to put those pieces all together in your day, and it takes practice for sure, and you just got to do one thing at a time, but those are the things that lead to health. And what we find is when we start getting those things going, then we get some of the other results that we like as a side effect, like the weight loss and the feeling better and the more energy and, you know, more easily to control maybe some of our chronic health issues, or maybe even they will go away in some cases. So
yes, exactly. About them going away, I always like to say, if you're having symptoms, that's your body's way of telling you something's not right. So doing a detox and a cleanse can really help you. But after doing a detox and a cleanse, if you're still having symptoms, you might need to seek medical care, you know, whether that's going to a naturopath or a doctor to get blood work or something done. But usually if you detox your body, you're going to feel better and you're going to have improved health, and there won't be those symptoms anymore because you have got to the root cause of the problem.
I think that's a good point about the cleaning. You know, I heard an analogy once from a doctor, and he was treating this patient, and one of his basic things that he always starts with is a fast or a cleanse. And he gave the analogy that, and a lot of times often, or at least I should say sometimes, issues resolve in his patients just from the fast or just from the cleanse. And he gave the analogy of, like, if you were going to go fix the New York sewer system, you're going to make sure and shut it down before you go in there to repair it. And then you're going to make dang sure to keep it off until you get out of there and the repairs are done. And so that's kind of the idea of this, right? With this cleaning system, either you're fasting or whether you're doing a cleanse like this, which is kind of which I kind of like this way because I don't have to fast and I, you know, have so much on me. So this is a nice way to reset with food and use those plant foods, like you said, to clean the system. Was all that fibrous plant food really sweeps the colon, really sweeps the body. You know, you're not adding in junk or toxins that maybe are normally in your diet, like the sensitive things like wheat and dairy and animal products and processed sugar, processed flour, you know, pesticides, herbicides, you know, we can go on. But I think it's really interesting, like you said, about the toxins in our environment. We have toxins in so many parts of our lives today. And we have all these systems for dealing with toxins, right? Like you were talking about, we sweat, we go to the bathroom, we exhale, we have our liver, that's a really big part of cleansing. We have our glandular system. And so one of the things we can start having issues is if one of those systems stops working properly to deal with toxins, and or if you get so many toxins in that your body can't deal with that amount of toxins. And then I've seen it, I mean, kind of a theory, and what I've felt like when I'm working with people and talking with people is that when you get to a point where you get to a toxic threshold and your body says, that's enough, I can't do any more of this. And that's where a lot of times we have these health crises. I'm not saying it's always the case. I just think that that's kind of a theory I've had working with people. And until we're able to cleanse or get that toxic load down or remove that, it's hard to get through that health crisis.
Yes, exactly. And that's one of the biggest things is a lot of the time it starts with constipation. And constipation is a form of body toxicity. So if you have constipation or you suffer from other digestive issues, you definitely need to do a cleanse, because you need to think about, if you're constipated, what do you think that's doing to the rest of your body? It's literally backing up in your intestines, your kidneys, your liver, all of that, you guys. And so that's why I'm a firm believer in healing your gut, because also we can't absorb nutrients from our food properly if our guts are out of whack. And I also believe that irritable bowel syndrome is just actually leaky gut. I was diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome, did so much research because I took their pills and they weren't working for me. I got fed up and I wanted to figure out what was causing it. What was the root cause of my problem? And it was literally leaky gut. And so what happens is, when we have leaky gut, and most of us do, we have perforations in our intestines, and then bacteria and food particles and foreign things go through those and into our bloodstream, and they cause inflammation. And then that inflammation in turn causes all these other issues in the body. So if you really want to start to feel better, you got to, start with your gut. And that's doing a detox or a cleanse, taking a probiotic and an enzyme, and taking something like Biomedic, because that removes the glyphosate from our intestines that's in a lot of these processed packaged foods that, are really convenient for us to just grab and go these days. Even though something says it's healthy on the box, right, 9 times out of 10, it's not. You have to look at the ingredients and make sure, is it organic? Is it non-GMO? Because if it's not, you're getting a lot of things that are going to gunk up your guts. And then you won't be able to absorb those nutrients from your food. And that is why we have so many symptoms these days. And that's why detoxing is so important. Right. So the probiotic, though, literally, guys, you really should get one. Nature's Pantry has really good prices on probiotics. So if you're going to, or if you want to change and, start to see improvement in the bathroom, or, in your energy, or even in your mind, because there's a gut brain connection too. If our guts are messed up, our minds are messed up. You got to do the probiotics and enzymes.
So Nicole, since we're on the subject, tell me, what is a healthy, amount of going poop in the bathroom? Like, what is it, once a day, twice a day? What if I'm only going once a week? Should it be painful? Should it,
Definitely not painful. We are supposed to go to the bathroom within a couple hours of eating a meal. And most of us don't go every day. I know I used to have issues and I would only go a couple times a week, and I didn't know that that wasn't normal, Mm-hmm. And so when I learned that we were supposed to be going several times a day, I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder I don't feel good. No wonder I'm having all these problems. I'm literally toxic, and literally, like, my colon was dying from the inside out. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Tim was talking about, with the impacted fecal matter in our colons, and the Hippocrates Institute would use that hydrocolon therapy, and people would lose sometimes like 10 pounds or more from impacted fecal matter in their colon. And that's the thing, that's kind of the difference between like eating processed food, right? That doesn't really, like a man-made food that doesn't really quite fit with the body, and then it kind of sticks and gums up in there. Whereas plant food really goes through pretty good, and the fiber sweeps, it cleans as it goes through. And so the old, it's funny, back in grade school, they used to always say, what do you call the vegetarian joke? Like when they go to the bathroom, they're a salad shooter or something. And so really, like, it's like, well, yeah, that's a funny joke, but actually, if that is true, you're actually probably pretty darn healthy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it definitely shouldn't hurt when you go to the bathroom either. And you shouldn't have to strain either. You should be able to just get a natural feeling and go to the bathroom, and you shouldn't have to be in there for a long time either. So, and that's one of the things people don't really take seriously is constipation, because constipation is one of the worst forms of toxicity. So if you have struggled with constipation or you are constipated, you definitely need to do something about that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And I've, the more I've gotten, what's interesting too is you notice how bad it is sometimes you don't know how bad it is until you until you experience how good it can be. And then you're like, wow, that was different. And so I've definitely noticed like big improvements. Like even just like if I go a couple days and don't eat very good, I notice. Whereas if I go a few days and I'm eating really good, I notice it's way easier, way faster and everything. And so that's something to kind of monitor for yourself, to kind of monitor and regulate and see where you're at with that. I've heard also, you need to track how fast stuff goes from your mouth to your rear end there. You can actually eat or drink like beet juice, eat beets, and when you'll know how, and you can time it by how long it takes by when your poop is red.
Right. Isn't that cool? I mean, it is really. I know it's a sensitive subject for some, right, but it's actually not.
If it takes longer than 24 hours, that's, I think, considered. I can't remember the exact numbers because it was in a book I read last year, but I'm pretty sure if it's more than 24 hours, that's a little too long.
Yes, and that will show you that you definitely got some stuff going on in there. So that's great. I love that.
So detoxing and this reset you'll really notice that with this too, is it'll help with that. So tell me, let's get into a little bit of the specific foods and why you picked what you picked in the foods that you did.
So we kind of already talked about the hydration bomb and the green drinks, but I'll just elaborate a tiny bit more. Yeah. So the hydration bomb is parsley and lemon and lime and a little sprinkle of pink sea salt. And because we are made up of salt water, and pink sea salt has over 86 different minerals in it that we need. And so if we're drinking that first thing in the morning, it's definitely going to rehydrate our body. And you definitely want to drink water first thing in the morning when you wake up, to help flush things through your body and wake up your organs. And putting lemon and pink sea salt in your water, just a tiny little sprinkle, is going to do that for you. And then, you can wait a while and then drink your parsley water or the apple cider vinegar drink, whichever you choose. And the apple cider vinegar drink is also going to help with toxins and digestion, and the cayenne and the apple cider vinegar and the lemon just work together to help flush your organs and remove toxins. But the parsley water does that also. So it's just whatever your preference is there. And then the green drinks, greens are absolutely essential for our health. And I am not remembering the correct. Is it our blood is rich in magnesium or iron, and plants are rich in magnesium or iron? One or the other. But our blood is literally just like plant blood, except we're rich in iron and plants are rich in magnesium, I believe.
I think that's probably right, yeah.
Yes. And so that's why greens are so important. Greens are literally the food to life, and they are so healing and repairing to our body, and they're alkaline. So if you're acidic and you have heartburn issues, they're going to help you with that. They're going to help balance your pH. They're going to nourish your cells. They're going to give you that good, clean energy that you're looking for. And it's like a shower on the inside, like I was saying. Yeah. So the greens are an absolute deal breaker. You got to have those.
Yeah. And on the acidic, every disease thrives in an acidic environment in the body. And so if we're able to get the greens and alkaline, we're putting ourselves at much lower risk to chronic ailments.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. And then breakfast, we have options of oatmeal or a protein pudding. And the oats, you're just eating a 4th cup of oats And it's because you don't want too many grains while you're cleansing and detoxing. But I picked oats because they're a slow burning carbohydrate. They have a little bit of protein in them and they'll help you stay full. And you can add protein powder to those for more protein. And if you're an active person and you work out, I highly suggest you supplement with a protein powder while you're doing this, so you are getting enough protein. And so putting like walnuts and flax seeds and chia seeds and hemp seeds in the oats is going to be essential because you're getting your omegas from those. And flax, chia, or hemp are all superfoods. They're amazing seeds and they have good proteins, good fats, and they help to keep you feeling fuller longer as well. And then the protein pudding is literally just protein powder and plant milk and then berries and walnuts. And it's the same thing. It's designed, like if you're not a big breakfast person, you might want that because it's a little lighter than the oatmeal is. But it has the omegas with the walnuts. You get some good fiber from the berries, and then you're getting a shot of protein with your protein powder. And then lunchtime, you get to eat a huge salad, or you can choose to eat pinto bean stew. And there's tons of plant proteins, tons of vegetables in this salad. If you'll notice, when you look at the recipe, it has avocado, broccoli, edamame, cauliflower, chickpeas, cucumbers, celery, carrots, beets, greens, tons of greens. And the reason for
I just pulled up the screen here. Yeah.
Yes. And the reason for all of those vegetables, again, you get fiber that's going to just literally cleanse your body out. You're going to get nutrients from these foods, and you're going to get good sustainable energy from these foods too. Same thing with the soup, tons of vegetables in there, beans for protein, and that's going to help keep you feeling full, give you fiber, and get nutrients from your food there.
Yeah, I was, when we did this last time, it was like lots of, it was a lot of prep, but then you have it done for like, at least 2 or 3 meals. And it's a huge amount of vegetables. I mean, I thought we ate a lot of vegetables, but I was like, man, this is another level. And we, I actually liked it and I felt great. There were a couple times where I was like craving carbs or, protein and things. But the thing, if you're doing the Hell Challenge, you are so going to get full points on your nutrition if you do this. This is like all your fruits and all your servings of fruits and vegetables. This is, staying away from all of the, this processed fast food, processed sugar, processed flour. And so you're going to get some really good points on this one if you do this in week 4. Now on the Hell Challenge, it's actually optional to do this. You don't have to do this week 4, and that's totally fine. If you want to just focus on the challenge and it's your first time, but whenever you're ready for this, you can totally do it. We did it last time because we'd done several challenges and we were ready to step it up and take it to the next level. And so you're welcome to do it. I encourage everybody who's ready to go for it to take this on, because I think you really will learn a lot and you'll get to see how you feel on this and see what kind of results you can get from it.
Yes, exactly. I hope you do. And yeah, dinner is the same thing though, just tons of vegetables. And so the reason for that is we're just cleaning out. And if you get hungry in between and you need a snack, vegetables, nuts, seeds, avocado, you can mash it up with lemon or lime, dip celery and cucumbers in there. And it's really satisfying because of the fat from the avocado. And then you're also getting hydration from the cucumbers and the celery at the same time. Mm-hmm. You're even allowed dessert if you want. Yeah. Fruit, blueberries, apple, or pear. Those are the only 3 while you're doing this, because you just don't want sugar. And those are the lowest in sugar that you can get for fruits. So, but it's actually, if you're feeling like it, you could put a few walnuts or hemp seeds on those too, if you feel like you need a little bit more, like if you said you were craving carbs and protein, I would definitely eat the fruit with nuts and seeds. I'd probably put walnuts and hemp seeds on there because
okay.
I want to be sustained.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's interesting you said about the hydration that you get too. And that's one thing I've noticed when I eat like a really heavy plant meal, and I chew my food good, like I don't need to chase it down with something. Like there's so much moisture in the water and the plant food that I don't need that. Whereas if I eat like a sandwich or like a, whatever, pizza or a burger or fries or something, it's like, man, I need something to wash this down because it's so dry and, it's like totally different.
Yes, and I'm glad that you brought that up because it's not good for us to be washing our food down with liquid because it actually shuts off our stomach acid and we need that for digestion. So if you do have any kind of digestive problems, don't drink anything for at least 30 minutes after you eat. An hour actually is best. It's hard to go that long, I know, but at least 30 minutes because you're going to tame your stomach acid and you need that for digestion.
And right, so you need your stomach, drinking stuff dilutes your stomach acid and then it doesn't break down your food and you don't absorb the minerals and vitamins as well. And so it's really important to not drink with your meals or after for a while, but chewing your food is really important too. So one of the ways that you can help absorb more nutrients from your food is not only but eat high quality food, but then you can chew it really well. And then not drinking with it will really help too. And so, it's hard to not drink with meals if you're in the habit of it. That's something I kind of struggle with. But one thing that can help with that is drink like half an hour before your meal, drink a glass of water, and then make sure and chew your food really good.
Yes, definitely. I like to even count to 30 when I'm chewing. That way I remember I need to, slow it down because I'm horrendous for eating on the go and taking food with me. I don't do that so much anymore, but back in the day I was always go and just eat on the fly, and I would scarf down my food super quick so I didn't even chew pretty much, and most of us, we don't think about how many times we're actually chewing, but you think you take a bite, you chew maybe 3 times and then you swallow that. Well, our stomach doesn't have teeth. And our stomach acid, if we're eating highly processed foods, is not going to break that down as easily because it's this big old glob of stuff. So you definitely want to make sure you're chewing. Yes, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So, okay.
Yes. And that's it. And so drinks, I'll just say you can do lots of water, adding lemon and lime to it. And herbal teas. I love dandelion and milk thistle because they're really good for your liver and your gallbladder and to cleanse. But also if you are a coffee drinker, you could try to substitute your coffee for green matcha tea. And if you do drink coffee, I'm not going to hate on you or, tell you that's bad, but you could try the green tea if you're interested and see what you think about it. And if you like to put cream in your coffee, though, just try a plant-based option rather than dairy because you want to stay away from the dairy for the 7 days. So the idea of it is you're literally giving your body a break from processed packaged foods. You're giving your body a vacation from all of that stuff so that it can heal and repair itself.
And probably not sugar in the creamer either, right?
Yes, no sugar.
And then, so Nicole, this is such an amazing program. And then Nicole even put this shopping list together here on the last page of this. And again, this is all at naturespantry.life, our website, Nature's Pantry website, naturespantry.life. And under the Vibrant You Health Show tab, this, just look for episode 8 with Nicole Haggerty, the 7-day reset. And this information will all be there. You can watch the video again. You can have this as a resource. There's even some videos you did from the last time for some shopping, and you did like a little class on, I think, the detox bomb. And so and so all this is right here for you, shopping list. And again, if you're in the health challenge, remember you get that 10% discount here at Nature's Pantry during the challenge. And then let's see, I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. And so one last thing I was going to ask you, what kind of results, I know you touched on this a little bit, but tell us again, what kind of results are you hearing from your clients that complete this 7-day reset?
So I'm hearing everything from better digestion, better sleep, losing weight, more energy, feeling lighter, feeling better, skin clearing up. And a lot of people, after doing this, they take it further and they keep eating this way for a while. Sure, they might reintroduce dairy and meat, but better quality dairy and meat, grass-fed meats and cheeses and things like that. And just incorporating more of the vegetables. And then, they're still feeling good because they're eating tons of vegetables. This kind of gives them that jump that they need to prepare healthy meals, because a lot of the time we just don't know where to start or what to do. And so having these options and seeing how easy it is and how versatile it is, you could literally take these recipes and make them your own. If there's something that you don't like in the recipe, use something else that you do like that's comparable. So swap it out for different veggies if you don't like certain veggies. And just make it fun for you. Get your kids involved, have them cook with you, have them try the recipes, ask them what vegetables they would like in it, that sort of thing. And so that's what a lot of my clients are telling me, and they're just loving it because it's getting them to eat more and healthier and just stay consistent with it.
Yeah, and we had amazing results from it too. And Misty she was like, man, I feel I have more energy. I feel lighter. She lost weight. She just was really stoked about it. And that was there was the one recipe per meal basically, and she didn't have a problem with that at all. And honestly, she kind of liked it because she's like, I just did all this meal prep and now I'm basically done with meal prep for, a while.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
initially it's kind of more work, but then once you have it, it's like, boom,
Mm-hmm.
ready to
And
rock.
if you can just take that day and do your prepping, yes, you'll be set for a few days, and then you'll see how easy it is, because that's one of the reasons why most of us don't eat healthy is we don't have the time to make it. So just pick a day that you do have time. And you could even make one thing at a time. I have a client who was like, I just don't have time for anything. And I was like, okay, here's what you do. On Monday night dinner, make this batch, and then, eat the leftovers. And tomorrow night, instead of making another, whole new dinner just for that night, make one of these big batch recipes. And, then you'll have 2 meals, right? So just do it when you can. You don't have to set aside hours, just fit it in whenever you can.
Yeah. And I think that's a good point. And I think that's a really good point about the barriers to starting new things and trying it. It's like, it's always like the dread of it that's the hardest, right? Once we get set up for it and we do it, it's like, oh, okay, I know how to do this. It's just getting to the point of actually doing it that's the hard part.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Nicole, always a pleasure to have you. This 7-day reset is such a great program. I'm so glad that you've built this program and have offered and provided it for the Vibrant You Health Challenge so that we can offer it to people. And I just think it's a great addition. And I sure appreciate all your support through the years. And thank you for your time tonight. And thank you for everything you do for the community and serving and helping people find vibrant health.
Yes, likewise, Blake. Thank you so much. And I'm just super grateful to be here and spreading the health.
Yes. And thank you everybody out there for joining us tonight. So glad to have you as always. And you just remember that health is the greatest wealth. So invest in your health because you are worth it. All right.
Yes.
See you guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Okay, sweet.